Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Aurora Yoga. My name is Christina, and this is my dog Pearl. Welcome to this month's full moon Astro intuitive guidance chat and yoga practice. As always, this video will be time-stamped, so if you don't have time for the chat this evening, you can skip right ahead to the yoga practice. We have a super full harvest moon in Aries that will be at peak illumination tomorrow night. That's on Monday, October 6th at 11:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The good news is this full moon, because it's a super moon and it's the harvest moon, will be lighting up the skies for the majority of this week. This is where the farmers have a little extra light, the moonlight, to take care of their harvest. And in turn, you are taking care of your harvest, since this is the first lunation since our eclipse season just ended. You may have had some abrupt endings in your life. You may have some new ways of doing things. You may have been planting seeds. This is the time to tap in to your fire energy, your Aries energy, especially with Aries being the first sign in the zodiac. This is amplified, intense, bold. However, we have the sun in Libra. It's Libra season. Libra is the planet of the zodiac sign of balance, harmony within relationships, harmony within your life. I want to thank Pearl for that little show. Pearl's a Libra, so maybe she's getting upset when I'm saying about Libra. I'm a Libra too, Pearl, so happy birthday, Libras. So we have this gentle energy of kind of balancing out this fiery energy that we're stepping into. And I mean really stepping into unapologetic energy. This is the time to check in with yourself. You know, who or what is perhaps hindering you from moving forward? Could it be yourself? Are you second guessing yourself? If you really want to bring your ideas into fruition and you have truly let go of old ways and you're ready to step into the new, now is the time. You know, this is a great time to reflect on what you learned during eclipse season. You know, what is it that you are harvesting, that you are gathering, that you are bringing into your life? It's also a test of evolvement, you know, within the self, within the soul, where when I'm talking about these hindering energies, be it outside of you, the ways in which you react. So you're not shrinking to please other people, or maybe you're within a group and they're laughing at your idea or what you're up to or whatever it is. But, you know, not shrinking that away, and also at the same token, not overreacting, you know, and burning bridges, kind of steadfastly holding that middle ground with grace, because you've given yourself the space this whole time to get real on what really truly matters. You know, to stop blaming others, to stop blaming yourself, to actually move forward with intention, to do the things that you love to do. Maybe you have a full-time job and you've been working on a side project, and you have some people who are close to you who think that's silly or that's a waste of time, or they wish you were spending more time with them. But this is something close to your heart, and then poof, look, one day it blows up. You don't need your full-time job anymore. All of a sudden, all your friends and family are wondering, like, what just happened? And they're on board with it. You know, this is also a time to just reflect on, you know, what areas in your life On that note, can you have more courage in? Can you take leaps of faith? This energy that we were just in. Some of you might be preparing to move, might be preparing for relocation, might be preparing for a whole new life, might be preparing to become single for the first time in your life, might be, preparing to make space after being single for a long time, letting someone new into your life. It's all these tiny, tiny adjustments. But what can you do as you take a step back to really visualize how you want your harvest to go, how you want it to grow? Some crystals that can help assist you with any rituals. The other thing I want to say too, actually, backing up, is this is really this potent energy of embracing change. Everything that I've just spoken to essentially involves change. And with that also comes acceptance. Acceptance, gratitude make your life so much easier. Not to say that some of the things you're accepting are okay, we're okay. But the more you move in harmony with that, the more you're going to see a much bigger harvest in front of you as you evolve. So back to some things that can help you, and I will write these out in the description box, some rituals. I already think, taking a salt bath, a Dead Sea salt bath, setting your intentions there, if you have the luxury of doing that. Setting some candles, having some crystals by your side, even holding them in your hand with or without the bath. For this full moon in particular, carnelian is excellent for Aries energy, moonstone, any of the white stones as well, and clear quartz. I'll put in some journaling prompts, some questions to think about. And our practice is slow, it's methodical. I am, as always, going to be, serving up some affirmations, some more food for thought. So I hope you'll join me as we get started in our full moon practice. Namaste. Let's get started in a wide-legged child's pose. Bring big toes to touch, knees splay to the outer edges of the mat. Start to melt the heart down, forehead down. Just begin to breathe deeply and slowly in and out through the nose. Perhaps adding a little fluidity to your child's pose, moving side to side, maybe a little back and forth. Affirming to yourself, I release what no longer serves me and open to the light within. Gently press into the palms. Wrists in line with shoulders, moving into a tabletop. But first, untuck the toes, and we're just going to paddle out the tops of the feet, nice and firmly, perhaps speeding up a little bit before slowing down. Stillness, tuck the toes, Moving into 5 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, chest lifts, head lifts. Exhale, hollow out the spine, set the gaze at the belly button. Inhale, heart a little higher, gaze higher. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in, gaze up, heart up. Let it all go. Last one, deepest breath in, heart gaze just a little higher. Slowest exhalation out as you hollow out the back. Coming back to neutral spine. Take the hands just a little bit wider. Move the knees back. Come into Ashtangasana. You can slither through if that doesn't work. Chin down, just for a moment. Now untuck the toes. Slither through, preparing for Sphinx. A gentle heart opener. Bring the elbows under the shoulders. Bring the weight into the forearms and the tops of the feet. There should be nothing going on with the palms. So you gently lift the heart, gaze up to the sky. Affirming to yourself, I honor my inner strength and embrace my personal power. If you'd like to go a little deeper, take the hands wider, straighten out the arms, keep a micro bend in the elbows, keep lifting gaze, heart up. Bend into the elbows, belly down, palms by the shoulders, press into the palms, lift yourself up as we come into a yin variation of deer posture. Bring the right leg in front, 90 degrees, left leg behind you, 90 degrees. Walk the hands out in front. This is option A, chin to chest. Option B, come down onto the forearms. Release the head down, surrender. If you'd like to take a little twist, walk the hands over to the right, not too far. This is going to be very gentle. Sitting upright, chin to chest. Or coming down onto the forearms. Forehead down. Relax. Affirming to yourself, I acknowledge my growth and the lessons learned. Press yourself up. Come back through center if you took the twist. Take your time moving into the left side. Bring the left calf parallel to the ground, 90 degrees. As you bring the right leg back, also 90 degrees. Start with arms out in front, chin to chest. Perhaps come down onto the forearms, forehead down. Or coming into a little twist variation, walking the hands over to the left side. Not too far. Chin to chest, or bend the elbows, coming down onto the forearms if you have the space, the flexibility. Forehead down. Just breathing gently in and out through the nose, allowing yourself to surrender. Once again, affirming to yourself, I acknowledge my growth and the lessons learned. Start to slowly press yourself back up. Once again, moving back through center. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. You can start by bringing your hands behind you, fingertips facing away. Just drop the head, the neck back. If you chose support for your practice today, a pillow or a bolster, please place it in between the thighs so that you can rest your belly onto your support. Arms down by your side, palms facing up. Surrender. Affirming to yourself, I am open to receiving the abundance of the universe. Slowly, carefully start to unwind. Remove any props out of the way. We're moving into swan on the right. Shoot the left leg behind you. Try to bring the right thigh as parallel to the ground as possible, but more importantly, sealing any gap underneath the thigh. As you start to melt the heart down, head down, you can even choose to rest one ear down, softening through the upper body, keeping the breath smooth and even, in and out through the nose. Once again, surrendering to what is to come, surrendering to your own personal manifestations. Affirming to yourself, I make space for new growth and expansion. Slowly, carefully start to press yourself up. Take your time making your transition to the left side as you swing the left leg around. Shoot the right leg back, untuck the toes. Try to seal any gaps under the left thigh before you make your descent, melting the heart down. Maybe the left ear is down, maybe right ear. I make space for new growth and expansion. Start to slowly press yourself up. We're coming into a heart opener combined with a hip opener. So if you chose support, bring it right up against the sacrum. Coming into a very gentle supported fish. Just gently lifting the heart up. Arms down by your side, palms facing up. If you don't have any support, or you chose not to use any props, your best bet here is to perhaps come into fish for a little bit and then lower down onto the back as you kiss the soles together for Supta Baddha Konasana. Wherever you are, right hand over the belly, left hand, place it over the heart. Taking a moment to really connect with yourself. Feeling just the natural rise and fall of your own breath in the palm of the right hand as it just naturally ebbs and flows, and that special rhythm of your heartbeat in the left hand. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, bring the soles of the feet together. Just allow gravity to open the hips. Perhaps affirming to yourself, I trust the flow of life and the cycles of change. Slowly draw the knees towards one another, and then straighten the legs. Now gently move to one side if you're on a prop, so you can safely remove it out of the way. Another nice suggestion for your full moon practice: take that bolster or pillow and place it directly under the knees and the legs for supported Shavasana. As you lie flat with the arms by the side, palms up, just allowing the breath to return to normal, keeping the eyes closed and soft as you let the body absorb the practice, absorbing any thoughts, any revelations, anything that may have arisen. I'll leave you with a few affirmations for your extended Shavasana. I am aligned with my true path and intentions. I honor my growth and manifest my courage. I trust the cycles of the moon and my inner light. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next practice.